Hi, you must be here for the interview. You're a little early. Just take a seat and I'll let you know when he's ready to see you. Oh, and word of advice, if the interviewer gives you a gun and asks you to shoot yourself, just do it. It's a trust test. The gun isn't actually loaded. I think. Um, are you talking to the printer? You do realize it's just an inanimate object, right? But hey, I'm sure you knew that already. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a pretty nice shade of gray, isn't it? Not too dark, not too light, just right in the middle. Anyway, carry on. Okie dokie, he's ready to see you. Before you go in, I just need to ask you to deposit any explosives you're carrying in the box by the door. Don't worry, you'll get them back on your way out. Okay, no problem. Although, just a tip, I'd recommend you arm yourself in the future. You can never be too safe these days. Alrighty, go straight through. Keep walking and you'll find his office. Good luck!
Ah, there you are, right on time. Welcome to the interview, capital T, capital I. I was really impressed with how you did in the screening test, so I have high expectations for you. There's been around 25,000 candidates before you, so there is one position available. No pressure, of course, but there's a lot riding on this. Go ahead, take a seat, or don't. See, that's the thing about this place. You have choices. Do you take the seat, or do you not take the seat? It really depends on your morals, on seat taking. Anyway, let's get to the questions, alright? Here we go. First question. What's your biggest weakness? Right then, good to know. But that was not the question. How about we try that again? What is your biggest weakness? I don't think honesty is a weakness. Sure, point made. Not the best strategy, I would say, to curse at your interviewer during a job interview. But hey, that's just me. Maybe it works for you. You know what? Let's just skip the questions. Let's have you take the practical exam. Test your IQ. But you need to warm your brain up first, of course. So head through to the art room and really soak in the exhibits on display. Make the artist's intellect your own. Eye-opening, right? Each exhibit holds a million unspoken words. Sometimes I step in there just to think, and before I know it, 20 or 30 hours have slipped away. Time is just a concept in there. Now that your mind is thoroughly warmed up, it's time to put those neurons to work in the IQ test. First, pick up the sword and complete the sample question for me. Not exactly a tough one, the sample question, but no pressure. Just whenever you're ready. Great. Each question is timed, so keep an eye on the timer in the bottom left. Let's begin. Two out of 10. With this score, you could rival a houseplant in a trivia contest. Perhaps you might even win. Next, we'll scan your brain to calculate a highly precise IQ score. Try not to move too much. Death is a potential side effect. It's not that common though. Alright, now take a look at the results screen on the left. 140. Not bad at all. You've actually done really well here. Oh. Well, it could be worse. Could be 13. How about we just move on? Yes, I know that was really embarrassing, but we simply have to move past moments like these. The next part of the interview is on the other side of the office. Sorry about that. You can get some cardio in. Oh, here's an idea. That there is a teleporter. Let's speed this up, shall we? Yeah, whenever you're ready, step into the teleporter. Yeah, you just need to step into that teleporter. You know, the one with the door open? That's where you need to step into. Yeah, just walk over there whenever you're ready. Oh, well that's not right. This doesn't look like the next part. In fact, this looks like a forest? No, wait, a cavern? Please don't tell me you've teleported to the other side of the world. Alright, hang tight, candidate. I'll just need to check plane tickets. Let's just figure out where we are first. Huh. Right. So that was some kind of nature reserve room, I suppose. I'm not sure what the point is. I'm not sure why that's there. I was not aware of its existence. My bad. And whose idea was it to put two teleports right next to each other? What's the point? Ugh, this office sucks. Let's keep going. No more shortcuts this time. Ah, the achievement corridor. A place of great significance. At the end of this hallway, there's a button. Now here's the thing. If you press it, you'll lock yourself out of a certain achievement forever. But don't worry, if you leave it alone, you'll get the achievement normally later on. Still here, huh? I mean, I get it. Buttons are very tempting. But I wouldn't recommend it personally. Remember, the decision is irreversible. If you're waiting for the perfect moment to press it, I can assure you that moment does not exist. Well played. Next, we'll be assessing your capabilities in judging moral dilemmas. This is just a practice scenario, but in the real thing, other people's lives will be at stake. So don't take this lightly. When you're judging a dilemma, I want you to put yourself in the other person's shoes. What would you do if you were in their situation? Be honest. Alright, let's start with a classic. You've probably heard of the trolley problem, right? An iconic moral dilemma. Philosophers have quite literally debated this for decades, but let's see what your take is on this issue. The shopper would like to buy some soup. The options are chicken soup or tomato soup, but she only has space for exactly one in her shopping trolley. Which one should she add to her trolley? As she reaches for the tomato soup, she realizes the chicken soup wasn't even in stock anyway. It must be fate. Fantastic. I hope you now realize the importance your choices have and how much impact they have on the world. Do you feel you have a good understanding of how judging moral dilemmas work?
That was a great moral dilemma. I felt I had agency and made a difference in that person's life. I look forward to completing more moral dilemmas. Moreover, I will work for free and would love to dedicate my life to this job.
I'm starting to like you. You might even be in the top 20,000 applicants I've interviewed. Well, top 25,000. Let's be reasonable here. Although, as much as you liked it, candidate, I think we can raise the stakes just a tad. Let's see what else we've got here. This man has hacked into every nuclear arsenal in the world. At the press of a button, he could launch all of them simultaneously, likely resulting in the mass extinction of every living creature on Earth, including all of humanity. Here's your choice. Should he press the button or not press it? Well done. Your decision aligns with that of 99% of individuals globally. However, I am concerned by the lack of time you took to deliberate before making your decision. Did you even think it through, or just pick something at random? I mean, yes, you did make the correct choice, technically, but we're not just looking for a random number generator here, candidate. For all I know, you just got lucky. Okay, here's what we'll do. I'm going to be honest, it's not looking great for you. I'm just about ready to throw you into the incinerator. Throw your application into the incinerator. But we can try one last thing. A visual intelligence test. If you excel in this, all could be forgiven. What's wrong? Just walk around it? Listen, I'm not going to wait around for you, candidate. Figure it out. I'll wait up ahead. Candidate, can you join me in here quickly? Don't worry, it won't take long. Alright, look, I think it's time I come clean about something. Let's take a trip down memory lane, shall we? Remember when you used that teleporter earlier and, well, it sent you to what you thought was the middle of nowhere? Oh, what a time that was. You popped into that nature cavern, trees, plants, all of it, just sitting there like you were on some grand adventure. I'll admit, at the time I was a bit concerned. Thought we might have accidentally sent you to the other side of the world. I mean, that would have been quite the detour, wouldn't it? But nope, turns out it was just a nature reserve room, right next to the teleporter. What a design flaw! But you know, looking back, it was kind of fun, wasn't it? A funny little mishap. It's amazing how moments like that can really stick with you, even now. But if only I'd known how grave the consequences would be. Here's the thing. When you use that teleporter, you didn't just transport from one room to another. You died. Not in the traditional sense, obviously. I mean your original self, the one who stepped into that teleporter, they're gone. Dead. What you are now, well, you're a clone, a copy, a version of the original. It's complicated. The teleport doesn't actually move you. It makes a perfect copy of you at the destination, and while the original body, it gets destroyed. That's just how these things work. You're technically not the same person who stepped in. You're just a perfect copy with all of the original's memories. So yeah, you died. Figured I should mention that. Anyway, not a big deal. Water under the bridge, really. You probably won't even remember it after a good night's sleep. Right then, let's get back to your interview. Welcome to the visual intelligence test. This is the final part of the interview and perhaps the most important, so take this seriously. For the first part, I need you to focus and memorize, drink it all in. And that is time. Let's see how much you remembered. How many chairs were there? Incorrect. Which of these was present? Incorrect. What was the playing card? Correct. How many rugs were in the room? Correct. Which of these wasn't in the room? Correct. Good job, your memory seems to be working just fine. Next, let's see how fast you can process information. I want you to count all the sheep. Just to be clear, only count the sheep, nothing else. Keep it simple, candidate. So, how many sheep were there? Congratulations. You failed. It was 42. Okay, candidate, I think I have everything I need to make a decision. Follow me to the results room and let's see how you did. The results are not like stocks. You can't wait longer and hope they'll... Hang on, candidate. Before I go ahead and show you your results, there's something I need to ask you. Do you remember that moment when I confessed about that teleporter incident? Yeah, you know, the whole "you're technically dead" thing. I'll be honest, that was a pretty vulnerable moment for me, but you were a fantastic listener, really. Well, here's the thing I've realized. I basically murdered the original you. I mean, technically I did. Don't get me wrong, I didn't mean to, but it did happen. You agree that murder is, a bad thing, right? Not the kind of thing you should do if you can avoid it? Right, monster. I get it. It's harsh, but fair. I suppose I do deserve that. Well, what if I told you I figured out a way to make things right? Sounds a little wild, doesn't it? But it's possible. Follow me, candidate. Welcome to the world's first time machine. We're going to go back in time and stop the first you from ever stepping foot in that teleporter. I hope you're ready, because it's time to rewrite history.
Okay, no problem. Although, just a tip. I'd recommend you arm yourself in the future. You'll never be too safe these days. Alrighty, go straight through. Keep walking and you'll find his office. Good luck. Hello, how can I... Wait, you... I just saw you walk through that door, but now you're here? You don't happen to have a twin, do you? What are you talking about? I can literally see you standing over there. And how did you know I have an oversized coffee mug?
Candidate, over here. Come quickly before she realizes anything's off.
I can hear
About time, Candidate. That was a close one. Okay, just follow this corridor around. We're heading for the power room. Oh, before you enter, there is a small captcha you have to complete. And here we are. This room powers most of the office, including the teleporters, which happen to be right below us. The big red button in front of you is the one that controls it all, Candidate. Pressing that button will shut down the teleporters, erasing the timeline in which the original you used them, and, well, lost their life. But here's the thing. If you push it, you will cease to exist. You'd be saving the original you, but at the cost of your own existence. An incredibly selfless act. I know it's a tough call to make, but trust me, it's the right one. Once you press it, you'll feel a weight lift off your shoulders. It's one of those things where the relief comes immediately after the action. The original you is heading towards the teleportation room right now. You've got about 20 seconds before that teleporter activates. So make it count, candidate. Make the right decision.